Hey friends, thanks so much for joining me today. If you don't know me, my name is Katie. Please be sure to check out my channel and subscribe for weekly yoga videos. As you can see here, I have two blocks with me. If you don't have blocks, you can certainly use books that are relatively the same height. Of course, if you don't use blocks in your practice, you're more than welcome to not use it. Or for the purpose of this practice, I may suggest actually using them and just noticing and seeing how it can help give you a little bit more space in the practice. So wherever you are, we're going to grab our block. We're going to be sitting on our shins and then taking this block just to allow ourselves to sit on it. This just helps give a little bit more space for the tops of our ankles here so it's not as intense. And then wherever you are, sit up tall, put your hands on your lap. And if you're comfortable with it, gently close your eyes. And if closing your eyes is not something you like to do, then I encourage you to just soften them, maybe bringing your gaze towards the tip of your nose. Just finding a moment here to settle in wherever you are. Empty out your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Feel the expansion of your lungs. And then exhale out your nose. Inhale through your nose. Feel the expansion. Feel your chest widen. Now this time, open your mouth. Audible exhale like a big sigh. Let's do two more like that. Take a deep inhale. An audible exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Fill up your lungs, fill up space. And then long, audible exhale out the mouth. Let it go. Go ahead, finding the natural rhythm of your breath. Inhaling in your nose, exhaling out the nose. If your eyes were closed, go ahead, gently blink them open. Take the block up from underneath you, set it at the top of your mat. You should have two blocks at the top of your mat here. We're going to be placing our hands on top of them. Finding ourselves in a tabletop position, hips over our knees, shoulders over our wrists. And we're going to take a few circles around our wrists. So shoulders maybe moving past our fingertips, starting in a counterclockwise position or a clockwise position. Start by going one way a few times. And then let's go ahead and reverse our course here. I want you to kind of notice how the weight shifts, transfers on your hands. Maybe try gripping the block as if you're pulling your fingers back, making spiders with your fingers. And wherever you are, find some stillness. And we'll move into some cat-cows. Cat-cows is a great way to warm up your spine. On your next inhale, we're going to drop our belly down, tilt our tailbone up, open up our chest. I want you to think about pulling the shoulder blades on your back body as if you can pull your chest forward, eyes looking up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to push the ground away, rounding into our upper spine, chin towards our chest. Moving into this scaredy cat position. Inhale, moving into cow, drop the belly down, tilt the tailbone up, look up towards the ceiling, pull your chest through, cow pose. Exhale, push the ground away. Round into your spine, chin towards your chest. Cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly. Open up the chest, look up towards the ceiling, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, push the ground away. Rounding into the spine, chin towards your chest, cat pose. Go ahead, take 2 more rounds with your breath. At your own pace. Making note of how your spine feels and how your body feels. And then wherever you are, finish up, finding yourselves in a neutral spine. From here, I want you to tuck your toes, push your hips up and back into space, downward facing dog. In this downward facing dog, go ahead, start pedaling out your heels down towards the ground. Finding some space here. Hands are on blocks, and it's kind of like our lungs are suddenly longer. So this does help give us a little bit more space here. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. There's no need for your heels to reach the ground. I want you to think about pushing your hips up towards the ceiling, finding a long spine, and push the ground away. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the ceiling, grounding into your left foot. As you exhale, we're going to bring our right foot to the outside of our right hand. Finding ourselves into the slow lunge, and then go ahead, drop this left knee down towards the ground. Ground into the left block, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, a twist. Inhale, bring your hands down towards the ground. Both hands are now on the block. As you exhale, we're going to push our hips back and up, lifting our left knee from the ground and straightening into that right leg as best as we can. Your legs do not have to be straight. They can certainly be bent, but our hip is lifted and reaching towards the back of the room. Inhale, start bending into this right knee. And then we're going to take a big step with our left foot to match our right outside of our left hand. So our feet might be off the mat here. That's okay. From here, as you inhale, we're going to sit our hips down low, knees are out wide. We're in this active squat position. We're going to reach our arms forward. As you exhale, bring your hands together, bring them towards heart center as you straighten into both legs. Inhale, we're going to reach our arms up overhead. Urdhva Hastasana. Squeeze your glutes. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that energy down. Bring your hands down towards heart center. Bend into both of your knees, finding ourselves back in that active squat. Active squat here. Think about pulling your knees apart, engage your glutes, and lift your chest. Inhale, we're going to place our hands back onto the blocks here. We're going to step left knee down, right knee down. Find yourselves into the tabletop position. Inhale, polar chest, cow pose. And as we exhale, tuck into our toes, push our hips back up into space, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. You're doing great. Now we're going to do the other side. Inhale, ground into the right foot. Reach the left leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to step our left foot to the outside of our left hand. So we're in this low lunge position. We're going to drop our right knee down. Plant into the right hand. We're going to reach our left hand up towards the ceiling, opening up our chest, then do a gentle twist. Inhale, we're going to bring our left hand down, back to the block. And as we exhale, we're gonna lift up this back right knee, push our hips back, straightening into the left leg, modified pyramid pose. Again, legs do not need to be straight, straight's relative. Just find your hips up towards the back of the room. Inhale, we'll bend into this left knee. We're gonna take a big step with our right foot to meet our left on the outside of the right hand. Finding ourselves in active squat. Again, your toes might be off the mat, totally fine. I want you to sit down low, reach your arms forward for counterbalance. Here, active squat. As you exhale, we're gonna bring our hands towards heart center, straighten into our legs, coming up to standing. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, we're gonna bring that energy down, sit down low, active squat. Inhale, place our hands on the blocks. From here, we'll bring our right foot back to drop our right knee down, left leg down to drop our left knee down. As you inhale, we're gonna pull ourselves into cow. Remember, pull the chest forward, tilt the tailbone up, belly down. And as you exhale, tuck your toes, push your hips back and up into space. Downward facing dog. Awesome work, everybody. So that was the whole flow. We're going to repeat it a couple more times with just a little bit more breath with movement. Inhale, reach your right leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to step our right foot to the outside of our right hand. Drop the left knee down, ground into the left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to bring our right hand down back to the block. Lift up our left knee, straighten into the right leg, modified pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into your right knee, step the left foot to the outside of your left hand, sit your hips low, active squat. Exhale, hands come to heart center, straighten into legs, standing here. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the energy down, back to active squat. Inhale, plant your hands on the blocks here. As you exhale, we'll step left knee down, right knee down. Inhale, pull your chest forward, cow pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, push your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Drop your right knee down, plant into your right hand, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling for a twist. Exhale, we're gonna bring our hand to the block. Lift up the right knee, push your left hip back into space, straightening into the left leg, modify pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into the left knee. Big step with your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Reach your arms forward, sit your hips low, open up the knees, active squat. Exhale, hands come to heart center, stand up. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down to active squat. Inhale, place your hands onto the blocks. Exhale, step your right foot back, left foot back onto tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Think about pulling your chest forward, tilt the tailbone up. Exhale, push hips back and up into space. Downward facing dog. One more round here. You've got this. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right foot to the outside of right hand. Drop the left knee down. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling for a twist. Exhale, plant the right hand back down. Push your hips back up into space. Modify pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into the right knee. Step left foot outside of left hand. Rise up, active squat. Reach your arms forward here for a counterbalance. Exhale, hands come to heart center, stand up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring the energy down, active squat. Inhale, place your hands back onto the blocks. As you exhale, we're going to bring our left knee down, right knee down, back into tabletop. Inhale, pull up into cow. Exhale, push the ground away. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring left foot to outside of left hand. Drop the right knee, plant into the right hand, reach the left arm up towards the ceiling, twist here. Plant left hand down, push your hips back and up into space, modified pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into the left knee, reach right leg towards the outside of right hand. Rise up, active squat. Exhale, hands to heart center, squeeze the glutes here. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, sit down, active squat. Inhale, we'll place the hands back into the block, and as you exhale, I'm gonna bring right knee down, left knee down into our tabletop position. Inhale, pull ourselves, cow pose. And exhale, push hips back into space, downward facing dog. From here, go ahead, drop your knees to the ground, sit back to your heels, and take a moment here. Whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead, find ourselves back into downward facing dog. Go ahead, place your hands on the blocks. Tuck your toes, push your hips back and up into space. Maybe take a moment here to pedal out your feet again, one heel down at a time. Maybe noticing if you have a little bit more space compared to the first time we went into downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to step right foot right by right thumb. We're going to drop our left heel down, rise ourselves up into warrior two. In our warrior two, our right toes pointing towards the top of the mat. Left foot is roughly parallel with the back of the mat here. Reaching our right arm forward, left arm back, and sinking in about 90 degrees into our right leg. We're going to be here for a few breaths. So can you find a space where you can settle in, find some stillness? On your next inhale, we're going to take our left hand, we're going to bring it down to the block. From here, we're going to drop our left knee down and then kickstand our left foot towards the left side of the mat. So our left foot's going to be off of the mat. And from here, we're going to take our right leg, bring it towards the back of the mat. So we're in this side plank position. You can certainly reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, or you can bring it onto your hip. Think about squeezing your glutes so that you can push your hips forward, push the ground away with your left hand. Holding here for another 3, 2, 1. Inhale. We're going to bring right knee into our chest so we can step it back to where it started. So right by that right block. Place our right hand down and then bringing our foot back to that warrior two position. We're moving straight into something called side angle pose. So we're going to bring our right elbow onto our right knee. Reach our left hand up towards the ceiling. Now, something I want you to keep note of here is allowing your chest to open, allowing your collarbones to open, finding space here. So if your shoulder is collapsing over, think about pulling it back. Take a deep breath here. On your next inhale, we're gonna rise ourselves back up, reversing our warrior. So bring our left hand down onto our left leg, reaching our right arm up towards the ceiling. You can certainly straighten into this right leg if it feels nice. It could be really intense with that low position in side angle. And then as we exhale, we're gonna find ourselves into triangle pose. From here, I want you to reach your right arm forward, forward, forward. As you do so, we're pulling this right hip back until we can't go any further. Reach our hand down. Now we have the block already here to allow us to land. Certainly adjust the height if you need to. But what we are looking for is pulling this right hip back so that our right side body has space. So not crunching it in here, allowing it to lengthen. So pulling that right hip back as much as you can. Take a deep inhale and exhale. From here, we're gonna place our hands on the block, drop the left knee down, bring the right knee to meet our left. So we're in this tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose, pull your chest forward. And as you exhale, tuck your toes, push your hips back up into space, downward facing dog. Moving on to the other side. Inhale, reach your left leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to step left foot right by left thumb. Drop right heel down, rise up, warrior two. Again, front left toes towards the front of the mat. Right foot roughly parallel with the back of the mat. Reach your left arm forward, right arm back. Feel free to move in and out of it, but then find some stillness. Finding the moment here to settle the mind. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, we're going to bring our right hand down towards the block. Drop our right knee down and then kickstand our right foot outside to the right of the mat. So it is going to come off the mat. Left foot is going to reach towards the back of the mat, landing the inner sole onto the ground. If you can, maybe stack your shoulder over your wrist, hip over the right knee, squeeze your glutes, push your hips forward. Engaging here. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling, or if you'd like, put it onto your hips so you know where your hips are in space. Hanging on here for another 3, 2, 1. Inhale. We're going to bring our left knee into our chest so we can set it down back to where it started. Stamp the right toes down, right heel down. Left elbow onto knee, reach, open, side angle pose. Maybe see if you could sit lower. Again, think about opening up the chest, pulling this right shoulder back, allowing space. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, we're going to reverse our warrior. Going to bring our right hand onto our right leg, reach the left arm up and overhead. Feel free to straighten into the left leg if it's a little bit intense. Might feel a little bit nice. And then as we exhale, we're going to move into a triangle pose. From here, I want you to kind of lean forward. And as you do so, we're going to pull this left hip back. Until you can't lean no more, then you can start to come down. The block's already there, so you can set your hand down or adjust the block as you would like to. Maybe notice if you're able to pull the left hip back, Does it help lengthen your left side body? Holding on for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bring your right hand down onto the block, left hand onto the block. Bring the right knee down, left knee meets it, tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, push the hips back and up into space, downward facing dog. All right, wonderful, wonderful work. We're gonna run through that one more time before we set ourselves up for a cool down. We're gonna reach our right leg up towards the ceiling on our inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna step our right foot by right thumb. Rising on up, warrior 2. Maybe this time, see if you can just settle into your warrior 2. Little fidgeting. Finding stability. Inhale, we're gonna bring our left hand down towards the block. Drop our left knee down, kickstand it out, and then bring our right foot to the back of the mat. Reach right arm towards the ceiling, squeeze your glutes, push the ground away. Modified side plank. Take a deep inhale here. We're gonna bring our right knee into our chest. I want you to think about squeezing it into your chest as best you can here. And with as much control, land the right foot back to where it started. Feel free to plant the right hand down. Bring the left foot back to where it started. Right elbow on right knee. Reach left arm up towards the ceiling, side angle pose. Maybe notice if you can open the chest, open the collarbones a little bit more. See if there's additional space available. On your next inhale, we'll rise into reversing the warrior. If you straightened your leg the first time, maybe try keeping it bent. See how that feels. Find the strength. And then as you exhale, straighten into the right leg. Reach your right arm forward as you pull your right hip back. And then reach the hand down. Grab your block. Adjust the height that feels right for you, that feels available for you. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the block. Drop left knee down, right knee down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to bring left foot towards left thumb. Drop that right heel down, rise on up into warrior 2. Again, maybe this time we don't move in and out of it. We just try to find it where it is. Feel the energy flow from fingertips to fingertips, widening your wingspan. Inhale, we're going to bring our right hand down towards the right block. Drop right knee down and kickstand it out towards the right side. And then bring our left foot towards the back of the mat. Squeeze your glutes, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Push your hips forward. Active pose here. The effort is what you put in. Inhale, bring your left knee into your chest. I want you to think about squeezing it in here so that you can lightly land the left foot back to where it started. Left elbow onto left knee. Reach right arm up. Side angle pose. Kind of fell out of there for a little second. And it happens to the best of us here. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhale, we'll reverse our warrior, bringing our left hand up and overhead. Right arm can be on our right leg or even behind your back. Find the strength of your legs here. Take a deep inhale. We'll straighten into the left leg. Reach our left arm forward, forward, forward as we pull our left hip back. And then land our left hand down on a block. Triangle pose. Right arm reaches up, overhead. Then noticing if you're able to pull the left hip back. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, we're gonna bring our right hand down, left hand down onto the blocks. Drop right knee down, bring left knee to meet tabletop. Inhale, pull your chest, cow pose. And exhale, push your hips back and up into space, downward facing dog. From here, go ahead, bring your knees down towards the ground. And then nothing fancy here. We're just gonna go ahead and meet onto our backs. You can set your blocks aside here. We will not need them for the rest of class. Go ahead, bring your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers. Bring it around 2 to 3 inches below the right knee. Just squeeze it in here. Feel free to rock the knee side to side. Maybe try squeezing towards your right shoulder. And then from here, we're gonna move into a supine twist. We're gonna bring this right knee across and over our left side of the body. And then reach our right arm towards the right side of the room. So there's a gentle twist in your lower back. You don't have to twist all the way here. I do want you to think about keeping shoulders, both shoulders grounded as best as you can, and easing out of the pose if it's not. On your next inhale, we're gonna bring that right knee back to center and just switch out our side. So this time our left knee comes into our chest, interlace our fingers, bring it around 2 to 3 inches below the left knee. Feel free to move the knee side to side. Maybe noticing if this movement feels a little bit different compared to the right side. And if it does, it's completely normal. On your next exhale, we're going to bring our left leg across and over our right side body. Left arm comes out to a T, maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Again, I do want to think about maybe trying to keep both shoulders grounded as best as you can. On your next inhale, we'll come back through center. Go ahead, bring both knees into your chest this time. I want you to grab around your knees, squeeze yourself into this ball. Sway side to side, like a little back massage. And then happy baby. Happy baby, our knees are gonna be in towards our chest, just to the outside of it. And we're gonna take our hands and grab the outside of our feet. I want you to imagine like your feet are stamping up on the wall, and we're pulling our knees down to our side. Now, if this is your first time doing happy baby, it can certainly be strange and it can certainly be vulnerable, but I promise over time, it feels nice, you feel open, and you can certainly feel playful too. From here, go ahead, release your hands, extend your legs out long, release the arms to your side, finding yourselves in Shavasana. Just taking this moment to fully relax, fully let go. acknowledging the practice, maybe noticing if something new showed up for you today or something interesting. Shavasana is a wonderful pose to linger in. I really encourage you to stay in this pose as long as it serves you. And whenever you are ready, you can slowly ease out of the pose, starting with your fingers and your toes, wiggling them, and slowly wiggling your legs, your arms, just to bring yourself back to life. I hope this was a great practice for you, that you saw how beneficial and lovely blocks can be used in your practice. I really hope that I could see you again soon. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought of class. I look forward to practicing with you again soon.